Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Off-play action on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Caught. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Bounced off his feet.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Dances away from the heat. It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see Who are the dudes on the squad? These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Wood. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on fourth down. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Daniels. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game
hit the afterburners, kid. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators. And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it has gone final in that enormous top 5 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Able to pick up a couple on first down, 2nd and 8 from their own 27. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Snap it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for room, it's Daniels. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gators will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the returner will be dragged down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Good timing on the quick out.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
We gotta get some offense going, fellas.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now they're going to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the toss. On the move is the 30. He's off to the races. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
Don't let this man run on you. It's crazy. When you see what I'm doing with that ball. Don't look like you don't see what I'm doing with this ball, fam.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking left. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit.
Good D.
Into this hostile environment, they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one, but later in the game,
that was a nice read.
This offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback checking off. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Pocket starts to collapse. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Gators. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Ooh, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion, but every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll...